Hey family, Darlene A. Anderson here, entrepreneur, personal and professional development consultant, author, and your social media friend. It is Wednesday. If you guys are watching this during its premiere, I know you're winding down for your Thursday. I wanted to come out and dive into the topic at hand on Monday, people pleasing. Today we are talking about if you are camouflaging your people pleasing tendencies. Now, I wanted to dive into that specifically for those that are working 9 to 5. As mentioned in my former videos, as a professional development consultant, I work with an array of individuals that are transitioning from 9 to 5s into full-time entrepreneurship. And one of the things that I discuss with a lot of them are their tasks at work as they are transitioning. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, if you are, for example, preparing to leave within 3 months, we are looking at exactly what you're doing, how much work you have to do so you can have a smooth transition out, what you're doing in your work that's a part of your job description versus things that you're volunteering for. And what I find is that a lot of my clients volunteer to do more than they're expected to in the workplace. And it brings about a lot of feelings of overwhelming, anxieties, depression, not being able to spend a lot of time with your family because you're having to leave early or you're getting back late and then you're doing work at home. And when I ask them, why do they feel like they have to do these things? Again, if you're going for a promotion, it's different. If you're going for a raise, it's different. If you have somebody shadowing you or you're shadowing someone else, that's different. But when we're speaking about specifically doing tasks like, I'll do it, who wants to create this? Who wants to be on this committee? Who wants to go here? Who wants to do that? I'll do it. Those type of things. We all know individuals like that, or maybe we can say we are those individuals ourselves. I'm speaking about those type of situations. When I ask them, why are you doing these things? I tend to get similar answers across the board. And they'll say, because it's the right thing to do. Because I don't want to seem mean. Because I don't want to say no. Then we have to explore that in itself. And I always say, look, I'm not a therapist. I tell many of my clients, if you're going to have a personal or professional development consultant, a life coach, so to speak, you also need to couple that with therapy because there are going to be some things that we explore that I'm not able to dive into the way a therapist will. But I will talk about it at surface. And again, you'll go through it more intensively with a counselor. I'll ask them, where did this come from that you feel you have to do it? It's a good thing. Who told you that? And generally I'll hear it's from childhood. It's from how I was raised. I was told to be nice. I was told to never say no. I was told that I'm supposed to be a team player. And then I'll get into, okay, well, how does that go for work? Because these are morals, principles, values, ways of life, right? Your personal way of living. Of course, you want to maintain professionalism, but why do you have to volunteer for everything in the workplace? And if you say no, how are you being mean? So we have to dive into that even more. Now, again, there are certain things, if you're not planning to transition out of work, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not telling you to go to your job tomorrow and say, look at here, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that when there are situations that you have control over where you can volunteer for, really consider what the outcome is and is it something that's going to benefit you or is it going to benefit another? Of course, when you're dealing with people, for example, if you're working in a church and there's a big event and they need somebody to help with something, that's different. If you're working with children, geriatric, that's different. But if you're going into work every single day and you're just doing more and more and more and you're not benefiting from it in any way, you have to explore that. And for my clients, what I tend to do is say, look, you're transitioning. We have 3 months for you to transition into entrepreneurship and spend time with your family. That is the goal. Getting out of this job and spending time with your family and pursuing your entrepreneurship goals. So I share that with you all on today to ask you, if you are a people pleaser, where is it coming from? You're camouflaging being nice as a way of really not addressing a bigger issue. And the bigger issue really is getting a better understanding of who you are and where you belong in that space, and taking into consideration that you are important and you matter just as much as the people that you're serving. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. I appreciate you if you've logged on for the very first time. You've landed on this page and checked me out. Thank you so very much. If you are a returning viewer, I appreciate you just the same. If you're looking to explore personal and professional development consulting services with me, Darlene A. Anderson, I invite you to log on to Darlene's Utopia and inquire there. I wish you all an amazing evening, and I'll see you for Focus Friday.